the boy noticed something strange during the exam. He thought there was something wrong with the test paper. With a confused expression, he raised his hand and asked the invigilator, only to be told that two versions of the test, A and B, were being used. The girl was immediately frozen in shock, and the underperforming students were frantic, like ants on a hot pan. A few days earlier, the girl had struck a deal with the underperforming students. They planned to cheat using 4 piano melodies during the exam, but the unexpected introduction of two versions of the test caught them off guard. However, this didn't trouble the girl, who was a top student. She discreetly signaled others using a coded language to inquire about the type of paper they had. After confirming what test paper each student had, she decided to pass along the answers for version A. The girl skillfully tapped the desk, as if sending Morse code. The underperforming students could easily decipher her hand signals and immediately knew the answers. Just as all the answers were about to be passed successfully, the boy noticed something was wrong. He stood up and walked to the front, intending to report it to the invigilator. Fortunately, by this time, the underperforming students had already transmitted the answers and managed to avoid being caught. Next, the girl signaled for the students with version A to simultaneously stand up and submit their papers, blocking the invigilator's line of sight. She then took the opportunity to swap test papers with the boy sitting next to her, who wore glasses. With only 20 minutes left in the exam, the girl needed to not only quickly write down the correct answers but also send them out in that short amount of time. The girl wrote furiously, her draft paper filled with dense notes. Meanwhile, the underperforming students anxiously waited, their faces filled with stress. Soon, only 10 minutes were left. Worse, her pencil broke. The girl's mental state was on the verge of collapsing. However, as she replaced the pencil lead, the invigilator announced that there were only 5 minutes left. At that critical moment, the girl managed to finish her answers. She then pretended to stretch, using hand signals to transmit the final answers. The students with version B immediately focused their attention on the girl's gestures and filled in the corresponding answers. But just then, the bell for submitting the papers rang. The girl broke into a cold sweat, but she kept transmitting the answers desperately, ignoring the invigilator's calls. The invigilator, seeing this, stormed over. With only moments left, the invigilator was about to reach her. Just as the situation seemed hopeless, the girl successfully passed the last answer. But to her shock, the invigilator grabbed her by the arm. Now, the girl was in a difficult situation. How would she respond?